Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's 1883 Speaker Series. My name is Emma Pierkowski, and I serve as the Distance Student and Leadership Program Manager here in the Student Involvement and Parent Programs Office. Each week, we invite a campus or community leader to talk about how today's student can develop skills regarding their leadership and personal and professional development. We hope you learn some valuable lessons in the next 18 minutes and 83 seconds. For today's speaker, please join me in welcoming UND's Vice President for Finance and Operations and COO, Karla Mongeon-Stewart.
Hey! Hey, it was so close. Good afternoon, everybody. This is really loud, and I'm really loud anyway. So, you can feel free to tone me down if necessary. I am so excited to be here today, and I'm going to be speaking today a little bit about my journey to the leadership role that I'm in today and how I got there and maybe what's unique about my leadership style. And really the goal for me today is, if you would have asked me even 10 years ago, Karla, where will you be in your career? I would have never in a million years said, oh, I'm going to be the vice president of finance at UND. I never thought I had it in me. I didn't think I was that type of person. And really what I would like to share with you all today is by being yourself, you are your best self, and you can do anything that you want to do. So that's really the basis of what I'm going to talk about today. So, as you can see, a little funny title here, I'm going to tell you about a committed sardine. So, have any of you ever felt like this guy? You're at work, and you're stressed, and you know change needs to happen, but you feel like, nobody's listening to me. Do I have the authority to have an opinion? If I did, who would I tell? When you're in the workforce, it's so hard, and especially in higher education, because we have so many layers, and a lot of people don't know what to do with their good ideas, or where to go, or what to do. And when I joined higher ed almost 20 years ago, in 2003, I had been on the job about 6 months, and I was talking to my brother-in-law, who is a leader he's a CPA, and he's a leader of an accounting firm. And I was sharing with him my frustration with this, what I call the speed of higher education. And as we all know that work here, it's slow, very slow. And I am not a very slow person. Any of those of you that work with me know slow is not a speed that I am very good at. And I was really frustrated, and I thought, boy, after being in healthcare for 7 years, did I make a mistake? Am I in the wrong place? Is this not the place for me? And so as I was ranting, my brother-in-law said, Karla, it's okay. You're a sardine. And I said to myself, I am a what? I am a slimy, greasy, salty fish served whole on a cracker. I'm really not sure how this is going to turn myself into a leader, and what does that mean for my future? What is a sardine going to do in life? And he said, no, wait. He goes, I know what you're thinking, but let me tell you a story. And so I'm going to share with you right now the story of the committed sardine, and I'm going to read it because it's an actual real story. It was written by a podcaster named Ian Jukes, and he talks about all kinds of topics in leadership and organizational behavior. And so I'm going to read for you now the story of the committed sardine. A blue whale is the largest mammal on Earth. The adult blue whale is the length of 2.5 Greyhound buses and weighs more than a fully loaded 737. A little known fact is that a blue whale is so large that when it decides to turn around, it can take 3 to 5 minutes to turn 180 degrees. As a result, some people have drawn a strong parallel between blue whales and our school system. And you guys, I didn't make this up. This is a real story. It seems forever to turn us around. There are some people who believe that the public school system can't be turned around. But compare the way a blue whale turns around slowly and how a school of sardines, which is the same or even greater mass as the blue whale, a school of sardines can almost turn around instantly. So how do they do it? The answer is simple. If you take a careful look at the school of sardines, you will notice that although all the fish seem to be swimming in the same direction at one time, there will be a small group of sardines swimming in the opposite direction, against the flow. As a result, they create conflict, they create friction, and they create discomfort for the rest of the school. But when there's a critical mass of truly committed sardines, not 50 to 80%, but more like 10 to 20% of totally committed sardines, the whole rest of the school suddenly turns and goes with them, almost instantly. So, higher education can feel an awful lot like a blue whale. We take a long time to change and turn around. But we are now at a time in the world of higher education and in our world in general where we don't have time to think through the things the way we used to. And we need a few good sardines to help us make the changes that are necessary. We need a few committed sardines. So I don't know if you can see, I don't have a pointer, but if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll kind of see all the fish are swimming in the same direction, but there's one, he's kind of on his back and he's kind of doing his own thing. That's me. And let me tell you, being a sardine is a hard job. Imagine being that person who is swimming the seas and is swimming against the current, is swimming against my peers, swimming against my friends, because I believe with all my heart that what I'm trying to do is going to be better for everyone. It's hard. But what I have learned is that being who I am, sardine it is, I guess, I can help lead an organization by being that person that's willing to take that first step, that's willing to have the difficult conversation, that's willing to bring up a conversation in a meeting that nobody else wants to bring up. And what I hope all of you see through this is that you don't have to be a sardine. Gosh, I hope not all of us are sardines. We would never get anything done. But if you know a sardine, support them if you believe in the change that they are trying to make. Because remember, it only takes a few to get what you want done. Support that person. If you know of other people that feel the same way as you do, bring those people on board and help that lead sardine turn the school. And it's not always fun to be your authentic self. But what I have learned is for the first many years of my career, I was trying to be what I thought everybody else wanted me to be. And what I realized is the best me is the real me. And for better or for worse, I am who I am. And I have really learned that by being myself and being my authentic self, I can help lead an organization. So, as I was thinking through the presentation today, I thought a lot about our strategic mission, our strategic vision for UND and UND leads, and thinking about how all of us can be a part of what that changes by being our true authentic selves and by sharing our talents with UND. So let's take a look at the mission. Our mission is to provide an exceptional educational experience that enriches the lives of North Dakotans and the global community through excellence in learning, innovative research, and meaningful engagement. There are 5 words that stick out to me in this statement: exceptional, enrich, excellence, innovative, meaningful. I don't believe any of those things are possible if we don't all share our unique talents and our unique strengths to get us to the next level. So, what makes an authentic leader? According to Nancy Cohen, who is a Harvard business professor who coined the term, an authentic leader is a leadership style. And it is reflected in several qualities. Somebody with integrity, somebody who is self-aware, somebody who is truly committed to the mission of their organization, someone with discipline so that even when times get tough, it's a leader that they know that they can count on, who will endure even when things are hard. And someone who has principles, because a team can get behind somebody if they know and can believe in the person that they're following. So as I look through my career and lessons learned being the sardine that I am, I want to share with you some takeaways that I hope you take with you. So I would say something that I'm probably at fault maybe aware of. I'm very aware of myself. And anybody who talks to me or meets me, they're like, whoa, Karla, you are an open book. Everybody knows everything about you. And so what I did, as I was folding laundry this weekend, thinking about what I was going to say for this speech, I said, you know what? I'm not an open book. I am an open closet. So now is the audience participation time. So I literally brought some t-shirts out of my closet. And I'm going to show you them, and then you guys are going to yell out, what does this shirt tell you about me? Okay? So this first one. A day without music is like, just kidding, I have no idea. What does this say about me? Very good. Have a sardine. Peter, do you want to hand out the other ones as we go through so I don't take more than my time? Okay, how about this one? When hate is loud, love must not be silent. Compassionate. Yes. Rodney, come get your sardine. This one, Andy, you're going to love this one. I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list.
Take the trip.
Right? All right. Give whoever, not Peter doesn't get two, somebody else gets one. Okay, do you want Louisiana hot sauce? Oh, I guess that's your only choice. Okay, this one is my personal favorite. I am not bossy, I'm aggressively helpful. I agree. Thank you, Patty. See, she knows her authentic self. Okay, so Patty gets that one, she agrees. Here's one. I was normal 2 Havanese ago. What does this tell you? Dog lover. For those of you that don't know, I have 3 dogs and a cat, and it's kind of a carnival at our house, but I would not want it any other way. And the final one I actually received from a friend, and it's one of my favorite shirts. What does this tell you about me? Happy. Happy. Hopefully that's how you all see me. So again, maybe your closet doesn't have to reflect your true self, but I encourage you to really think about what you stand for, what you believe in, and share it with the world. So the other qualities I think are really important is to be honest, even when it's hard. It's really easy to hope nobody noticed or to give an answer you're not sure about. But in the end, it's so much easier to just say, you know what, I'm not sure about that. Let me get back to you. Nobody ever wants to give a wrong answer, and it's so much easier in life if you're just honest when you don't know something. The other thing I think I would say I've learned through my career is don't make decisions for selfish reasons. So it would be easy to make a decision to say, oh, this decision's going to help me or my division be better or be in a better position. But in the end, you need to really think about how do the decisions you make impact everyone? And are you doing things for yourself or are you doing things for your organization? Admit when you're wrong. This, I think, for a lot of leaders is difficult because some people view admitting you're wrong as a sign of weakness. And I would absolutely disagree. I think admitting when you're wrong is a sign of strength. And people can get behind people when they know they can believe them and know that they're an honest and compassionate person. And this relates very closely to not making decisions for selfish reasons, but I really try hard to think about not only how a decision might impact the bottom line, as being a finance person, but to really think through how do my actions or my decisions impact others. And that is not to say that we won't all make decisions that negatively impact another person or another group, but I can promise you, if you think through all those aspects when you're making a decision, you will come up with a better answer. Don't spend time working on things you're not good at. So as much as I would love to be, I am not an athlete. I participated in every sport under the sun when I was young, and I went from lousy to mediocre. And it didn't matter how much I practiced. But I found very early on that I excelled in music and creative arts. And guess what? I went from good to very good, and sometimes even great. And I really have learned through that to spend all your time trying to fix the things that you're really bad at will only get you to mediocre. But if you truly take the time to work on your talents, you can share those with the world, and you will have so much of a greater impact than you do if you just focus on your weaknesses. Say you're sorry. This one, I've had to really master because, as many of you know, again, because I'm an open book, I have ADHD. And any of you who say that that is a disability, I will tell you you're wrong. It is a superpower. And I will tell you why. I have probably more energy than anyone in this room, and I will run all around chasing you all. I can super focus on tasks when something needs to get done, and I will not let anything get in my way. But with those superpowers comes some weaknesses too. And one of those is sometimes my mouth gets ahead of my brain, and sometimes I say things that come across as not nice or something I should have kept to myself. And so I have to often say I'm sorry. And it makes me feel better. I hope it makes the person that I'm working with feel better, but I have never been in a position where saying I'm sorry went bad. And I think it's a critical thing that we all can learn from is if you make a mistake, admit it and say you're sorry. Have fun at work. This, Jed Shivers, for any of you that worked with Jed before I took on this role, he is probably the most fun person I have ever worked with, and he made me realize it's okay to have fun because you can get just as much work done when you're having fun. And enjoy the people around you. Get to know your coworkers. Understand, like, your dog lovers. Like, now I have something to talk about. Marcy is our newest addition in my office, and it's awesome because her and I could talk about dogs all day. But it makes work worth doing, and it makes it fun. And finally, laugh at yourself. It is so important not to take yourself too seriously. As a leader, again, I think there's a lot of pressure for people to think that you're perfect or that you somehow have figured it all out. Well, I am here to tell you, I haven't figured it all out. And I laugh at myself every single day. And I don't know that I would be where I am today professionally if I wasn't able to laugh at myself. So in closing thoughts here, I just really can't stress enough one of my favorite sayings in the world, and I use it all the time, and I use it with my kids all the time too, and that's be yourself. Everyone else is taken. All of you have something amazing to contribute to your world, to your family, to your community, and don't be afraid to share that. And then in closing, I just want to say that the best kind of you is the real you, even if it's a sardine. Thank you.
Thank you, Karla, and thanks to all of you for attending. Join us next week at a different time and a different day than usual. The 1883 speaker series will be Friday, April 26th at 3:30 with the co-founders of the big event at UND, Kristen Anderson and Christina Samber. Have a great rest of your week.